Welcome to the MoChill Zone. Tonight, we have another great show for you. Tonight, Mots and Chili sit down with Elio and Jake Gutierrez-Montoya and discuss their lives in the Sacramento creative arts community. As always, if you missed any of our previous episodes, please visit us on Instagram and Facebook for the online release dates of those episodes.
So welcome to the MoChill Zone podcast with your boy Chili and
Mots.
there we go. There's the energy. These are my friends Jake Montoya, Gutierrez-Montoya, and Elio Gutierrez-Montoya.
That's right.
That's us.
They've gotten hitched since we hung out.
Yes, we have.
That happened after?
I think so.
It did happen.
It did happen after. I think you're
You were
right.
essentially hitched at that
I
time.
know.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Many years.
Welcome, gentlemen. I know you guys have been doing a lot of big things since I've seen you last.
I mean, it's depending on the size of your screen.
big in this pond.
Oh my gosh. Well.
So, we want to just let you promote anything you all are doing, first of all, and then, also just talk about how you got here and where you're going. That's kind of what we like to do.
Cool. Well, I'll start. A little bit about me is that, I'm the Director of Development and Community Partnerships at the B Street Theater, which is the Sophia, the beautiful venue on Capitol. It's a great,
Nice.
It's a great, I do the fundraising guy, but I'm also the resident choreographer for all of our shows that require movement and whatnot. And so it's really, really great. I love that, what I'm doing there. Then also, I have a dance studio in Folsom. So dance is kind of always something that I'm
That's the Sacramento Contemporary.
No, that's Hawkins School of Performing Arts. So
okay.
that's my youth company.
Oh, that's your youth company. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of dance?
So pretty much everything. Like you've got your classics, your ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary. I'm the contemporary jazz artistic director. Okay. So I've got really awesome pre-professional kids that are very focused, and that's something that I need as an educator. I want to be around the focused kids.
Yeah.
And then we have teachers that are there for the kids who are needing to be helped and guided to focus. Yeah.
It's
Right?
really
Like
nice way to put it.
You're like those
I try.
the scary theater teachers
Me.
that are going to give you like exactly
No.
the truth.
Well, I think close to that. As close to the truth as we can get.
I know you went to did theater at ARC. Did you do theater at Sac State as well?
No. I
Did-
just did really only Rocky at ARC in like
Oh, okay.
2004.
I've heard about
maybe.
that show.
Nice.
Yeah, I was Rocky. Yeah.
Wow.
Of course you were.
And then, it was. I had a great body at that time. Body,
Little
yada,
shorts and
yada.
everything.
And then I guess the other part of my life is Sacramento Contemporary Dance Theater, which you mentioned. And we have a documentary coming out in PBS next month.
Nice.
Yeah. It's,
You want to tell us what? Not to interrupt. You want to tell us what it's going to be? The PS
oh, yeah, for sure, of course. So it's a partnership with the Mulvaneys, Patrick and Bob Mulvaney.
Nice.
And we built a show pre-pandemic about mental health in the food and restaurant industry.
Oh, nice.
And so that was a dance theater production that we've done now at the Sophia and at the Cordova Performing Arts Center. Like it's the I like your cute theater.
It's called
Nice.
We Got Your
Cool,
Back.
nice.
Is the,
So their organization is called I Got Your Back.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is about kind of lifting each other up within the restaurant and making sure that everyone has this environment of it's okay not to be okay kind of
That's
energy,
great.
because in the service industry, the curtain goes up and you have to be on.
Yep.
Right. And so with a huge focus on mental health now, I think just in our society, it kind of came at a perfect time. And then we actually ended up filming the show in the restaurant.
Nice.
And then we've done like interviews with different kind of leaders, different chef leaders in the area.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's set to come out in August. That's still the hopeful date, but we're still securing a few music rights.
Okay.
Because it is still a dance.
turns out those are
scene.
expensive,
Yeah.
I bet
It's
they
been
are.
like the biggest hurdle, but it's also Kaiser Permanente came behind us and backed us
Oh, great.
financially.
Shout out to Kaiser.
Shout out.
Kaiser. Shout out to Kaiser.
Yeah, shout out to Kaiser. Yeah, they were wonderful because they have a huge initiative on mental health as well.
Okay, good.
So that ended up being kind of a green light for us to do it. So that's kind of what's happening. a little bit for
Has
me right now.
Patrick ever made you his clear Bloody Marys?
No, so
What?
I do Dan's Aperol spritz, and I'm religious by it.
That's my favorite. Spritz.
Oh yeah, it's
Spritzy
just
spritz.
I fell in love with them in Italy when I
Oh,
went like
yeah.
6. It must have been 6 years now.
I was like when you were 6 years old.
Right, yeah. You know, I started early.
I believe.
Six.
You know,
I believe.
You could believe it, right?
believe it.
The way I drank during our show.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yes.
Yeah, I've cut back on the drinking since those days, thankfully.
We all have.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, your kids. I forgot about that part of your bio, but they like frequently go back east and like win like huge awards, don't they? I thought.
Yeah, my youth company.
Yeah.
Not always like necessarily back east, but like they're a solid company of talented kids, and they do get their accolades. But we don't focus on that.
Nice.
We focus
I
on.
just want to give.
But they
No,
do.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, but no, like I'll always stay true to like I think you can be a competition kid, but I don't think that will take you far.
Yeah.
Like you have to be more professionally minded.
about the art.
Yes,
Yeah.
like I think to win a trophy is to like throw that away in 10 years. Or
Yeah.
it's so in fact we pretty much usually donate our trophies back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
really good.
And a lot of times they'll donate those back to a cause. So like they're saving money on not having to produce trophies. So
Got
we
it.
can then say like our trophies went to something that mattered to us.
Nice.
So it's just like, but of course we like everybody loves to win something.
Exactly,
So
right?
I'm not gonna say that that's not an important thing. Because I think a mindset of winning it can be very very healthy, but it can also be very unhealthy.
That makes
So
sense.
it's finding the balance, and as educators, I think it's our job to guide that.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's good ethos. So Elio, what's up with you, man?
Oh man.
Creatively, I saw you were just at like you're doing a cabaret at the Sophia. Or?
Oh. Yeah.
Nice.
You've been doing some
I
homework.
do my homework. I tried to.
So I went back to school, and that like took me out of doing quite a lot of art, but we still managed to get it in every so often. But yeah, I just did a cabaret with Teatro Nahual, which is a Latinx theater company here that's been here for quite a long time under the guidance of Richard Falcon.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and he I remember the first time I was doing some production out in Davis, and like this giant man comes up, like he's very tall, and he like comes up to me, and he's very serious, and he's like, I'm from Teatro Nahual. He gives me his business card, and he's just like, I'd like we should do some work together.
Nice.
And I'm just like,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Oh, right there.
It's not a lot of Latinos out there. Oh, because I'm brown. Yes. Can we talk about that more? Anyway, but he's been doing all kinds of really amazing stuff, and he has a great team behind him. And so, yeah, they do a cabaret. They do it like every other month at the Sophia.
Oh yeah.
At the home of the Bee Street. And so they invited me to do a little 10-15 minute little what do you call them? Set.
Nice.
A set.
Yeah.
And so I did a couple of Spanish songs, a lot of kind of.
He was amazing.
Okay.
Some of the
All right,
classics.
all right.
I bet.
Give us a sample.
Oh,
What song? Give us a sample. I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on.
You guys-
Everybody
I
knows
mean-
Mott's gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay. Let me see. No es ninguna aberración sexual, pero me gusta verte andar en cueros, el compás de tus pechos aventureros, víctimas de la gravedad. That's it.
Yeah, all
That's
right,
all.
all right.
Swoon.
That's
You'll
called
be appearing every day on Wednesdays.
That's called Desnuda by
Morning in
Ricardo
the shower.
Arjona. Every morning, shower about like 7 a.m.
Beautiful.
What's up, man?
No, but yeah, so I got to do that with a whole bunch of their whole priority is putting up people of color, and they do this cabaret, so they pay everybody, and whatever the donations are that night, they split it amongst all the artists.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And it's an initiative again to put more people of color out there, get them known, get them kind of recognized, and paying them.
Okay, and where's this place at? Can you tell her where the place where people can shout out to them or give Sophia's and where located at?
It's Teatro Nahual on social media. Well, that's like their name of their actual.
I want to give them a shout out.
Let me give them a shout out. Give me a sec. What are they? Let's see.
They're doing positive things out there. We always we advocate for that.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, but they've been doing some really great stuff. Oh, so it's Tena Theater. So it's let's see, TENA Theater with the ER, not the RE. So you can get them out on Instagram there, and I'm sure they have everything else. But
check them out.
Check them out. Say hello. But yeah, so we did that, and that was a lot of fun. It was also incredibly intimidating. I hadn't done a set by myself. I usually I met Michael doing theater, and I usually have a nice group of people with me doing the singing and whatever. So to do something on my own was a little like. I was a little nervous, a little bit of sweat, but no, it was fun. I had a really great time.
I bet you.
So no, we had fun. Before that, just been doing things when I can. So while I was in school the last 6 years, I directed something at B Street. I did The Wizard of Oz. An adaptation by Lindsay Birch.
Okay.
And it went really well. It was for their families series or whatever, and so we did a take on it modern. I had made the entire set blank, and it was all projections. So the last fight between Dorothy and the Wicked West was a Mortal Kombat scene. With a finisher. With a finisher.
That's great.
The kids loved it. It was a blast. So we did that. Awesome. I did a little something with Capital Stage called Los Hombres, directed by Dina Martinez, and that was one of the first they've been trying to again bring back productions of color, right? Telling stories of different kind of perspectives. And so the Hombres was a wonderful show. And Jake did a little choreography, dance around with a broom for a moment there as I was a cleaner.
Whoa. You said dance with the broom.
I danced with the broom. It was actually, was it a mop?
It was a bromop.
No, I think it was a bromop. It was a bromop.
A bromop.
So what I want to know is where you got the inspiration to dance with the broom mop. Where'd you get that from? What scene? What movie? What movie scene were you looking at?
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Doubtfire.
I have to say
that was my inspiration.
I don't have one. But I can picture the ones that I'm picturing some now that you're saying that. I'm like Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm like automatically in like the moment.
I think that's a
great movie, by the way.
Yes,
I was thinking Breaking, of course.
Oh yes.
I was like,
so let's think about it. There's been a lot of iconic movies with the broom or mop, right?
Yeah, it really has been.
Okay,
or a vacuum.
Or vacuum cleaner or something like that. Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
Or a Swiffer. I always said that Swiffer should get Cardi B for their for a commercial. It's like, what? You don't need to bring a bucket and a mop. You can just bring the Wet Jet Pro.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's free. That's free if you're watching Swiffer.
That's free. You better jump on that, Swiffer.
so good.
I want my cut, Swiffer.
But yeah, I did a show with them, and then just been doing little cabarets here and there when I can, or just I think I did some playwright series that they did at the B Street here and there, but not too much. The rest of the time, I am mostly either supporting and or working with Jake on the Sacramento Contemporary Dance Theater stuff and or whatever projects he's doing. We like to collaborate.
So how was that working together and being together? And I got some questions about that. And then how'd you guys meet? And you know what I'm saying? I'm the one to go get to the meet and greet of things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask the crazy question. Everyone knows that already. About
I do the research and he does the crazy.
Yeah, I do ask the crazy questions that people want to know. You know.
Well, now working together is great. I think it's been a developmental journey, right? To kind of start putting on my psychology hat. I think
let's not do that
the
today.
First job.
All right, Doc.
The first project we did was it Evil Dead?
Oh,
was Evil Dead. Yeah, at Sutter
At
Street.
Folsom? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you all
Yeah.
seen that? Evil Dead. They
went
still
out
do it
there.
every year.
I went out there.
I have not,
think
but
you were
I'm
direct-
now interested
One
in
of you were
seeing
directing
it. So
I
yeah.
think.
It's so funny.
It's a
Yeah.
must see.
It's the writers of South Park.
Oh, well, I'm on
Yeah.
on board with that
Yeah,
one.
it's
It's
just
pure camp and pure
It's-
hilarity.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it really like just stirs a big smile. Like whenever I think about it, and it's like
It's
also,
obscene. It's vulgar. It's
Yeah.
everything you
Yeah.
want. It's blood baths all over.
Evil Dead.
Yeah,
Evil
yeah.
Dead, like the one with the.
Cool.
Oh, the long old.
Yeah,
the
my-
movie.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
I've seen that
yeah,
one. Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
With
so
the
it's
chainsaw?
based off that movie.
Yeah, it's a show though. It's like
I
a.
thought
Bruce
you meant
Campbell?
like it was like a play or
No,
show.
it
I
is.
didn't see that
It
one.
is.
Oh,
It's
I
a
haven't-
musical.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Then I have not seen
Based
that.
off
It's-
of
I have
the
not seen
movie.
that.
They took movie one.
So good.
Yeah.
They make that act one, and then they take movie two and they make that act two.
Yeah.
And then they
Gotcha, okay.
sprinkle
Okay.
all of the third one-liners throughout.
It's so
Throughout it.
smart.
It's gold.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it's
one of my
nice.
favorite musicals
They
we've ever
do
done.
that,
aside
and
from
they
Buddy.
do that every year, right? Out
Yeah,
there.
Every
it's their
year.
like tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like Rocky for
their-
Green Valley,
for
but
Green
over
Valley.
here for Sutter Street.
For sure.
But no, I had done that show. I played the Bruce Campbell character the first 2 years that they did it there, and then I directed it for the following 2 years. And so
Yeah.
I brought on Jake to choreograph,
Nice.
and that was our first project together. And
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think about it?
No, I think it was. I think we had to find our groove of how we look at creating.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So, and that it still evolves. We still think through things and, have our own little, disagreements on how we want to approach something, but
Sure.
but the product is always something that we're both very proud of. So we kind of get to that point and then, we're happy with where we got, and we challenge each other. And I think that is the biggest takeaway is that we're willing to challenge one another on our approach.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I want to know what's the first song you guys performed together? You two, yeah, you
Ooh,
you two, you guys
together.
performed together.
Was
Was
Evil
that
Dead.
Agony?
No, well, together would be in Rent, right?
Oh, Together in Rent. That's why we met.
Really?
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Rent. It
you
was a
wanna give us
one-night
a sample?
production.
Go ahead, go give us a sample.
Benefit
Who did
you
for
play?
I want a
American
sample.
Cancer Society.
Yeah, give us a sample. Give us a sample.
Who did you play?
Who'd you play?
I played Hobo number 1.
I was Angel.
Oh,
See, I'm the
So
musical
there's
side. I
a
want to see that. I want
dichotomy
to hear
right
that.
there,
part.
right?
I was a lead.
He was the lead. I had no idea who he was.
Go, Jay, give us a little sample. Give us a little cut of it.
Okay,
I'm interested. That's
Will
I
I
like to hear
lose
that
my
kind of-
Sure, right,
dignity? Will someone care? Will I wake? Right?
we're gonna do the round. It's
Yeah,
a
we can
round.
just sing it
yeah.
together.
So, we can sing it together, I guess.
Dignity.
dignity?
Will someone
Will
care?
someone care? Will I wake tomorrow? Wait, we have to find our right key, everyone.
I totally
They are
forgot.
not in key
No,
right
we're
now.
not. I mean, I was
and mine's
following.
running
I was
right
having
here,
a good
so-
time.
I think we should start it
My
over.
line was good.
Will I lose
Yo.
my dignity?
Will I lose my
Will someone care? Will I wake tomorrow?
Will I wake tomorrow?
This nightmare. Better.
Yeah, maybe.
Better. Yeah. Okay, better. I think that we'll probably not love that later.
Yeah, you might
wanna-
What I
Can you
think
edit
though
that part?
is
Make it sound auto-tune?
we can. We like to give it to people raw though to see the behind the scenes.
behind the scenes.
of the creative process.
Bra is good.
well. So we met in Rent. Our friend Kelly Daniels, she was doing a one-night concert to benefit the American Cancer Society in 2011.
Nice.
And
Shout out.
Yeah, and we were asked to do the project, and we met there. And I don't know if Elio. Obviously, I was trying to flirt with Elio, and apparently, I'm the worst flirt.
He still is.
I really am. I'm so at the same time, here we are. Something worked, I guess.
Yeah,
It worked
like
out.
How
Yeah.
long has it been? How long has it
13
been?
years now.
Since 2011, so yeah, about 13, going on 14 in September
We got married in
Congrats.
2017.
Shout out.
Nice.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
at the Sutter Club.
Oh, okay.
First gay wedding there.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't
We
help it.
gayified it,
Like,
just
all right,
like-
Republicans,
Yeah.
it's time to
It's like,
see
have some gays, have
the
some
gay
people of
wedding
color. Let's
of your
go.
dreams. Well, and what's fun is that like too, we decked out the place. Like our floral designer was Oprah Winfrey's floral designer.
Ooh.
Like so, it was like we really like made
Went
the
out.
Sutter Club look.
Our
Truly.
wedding planner, Deborah.
Yeah,
Not
Deborah.
Chugi.
No.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's got like an air of history, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
needed to be refreshed.
Yeah.
Like any art, like history building or a historical building.
Stale cigar
It just
smoke.
needs a little like
Yeah, something like that. I mean, but it's just so this entire wall of just white faces,
Yeah.
and then there's me and Jake. Hello.
No, they were actually pretty good. They did let Jews in way before they had
did?
to. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was, giving somebody some crap. I was like, he was like, we're going to the Sutter Club for the crab boil. I was like, oh, they let us in. And then he's like, no, they've been letting us in since the beginning. It was like actually started because I think by like people that wanted to have Jews in. So thank you, Sutter Club.
Thank you, Sutter Club.
Shout out.
But
Yeah,
no,
that's how we met. And
that
then,
is.
you know.
Yeah, and then we were inseparable for since then.
That's
So it's
great.
been pretty good.
So what are your plans for? I know now. What do you for the next 5 years? What do you think you guys will be at now? You're doing currently, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
That's a good question. I mean, so I went to go get my doctorate degree. I told my husband it was a good idea, and
It was.
tell me how you
tell a
really
different
feel.
story.
Right? This is being recorded. But no, so like I'm excited because I'm just finishing up my residency at Kaiser. Another shout out for KP.
Nice.
Shout out KP.
And yeah,
KP, I love KP.
but no, it's been great. And so now I'm going to be doing a little bit of things. So I'm just accepted a contract to go teach at UC Davis.
Oh,
So I'll
sweet.
be teaching the psychology of the Chicanx, Latinx. I think the first semester is adult or it's child. I think it's adult. We'll just call it
Okay.
that for now. And then
Then child the second semester.
and then I think it'll switch if it works out
Interesting.
well. So we'll see. We're gonna try it out because I
That's
want to try
awesome.
teaching on that realm, or in that kind of level. And then I will be teaching at Alliant University as well, which is the other clinical psychology school out in Natomas, I think.
Okay.
And
Cool.
yeah, so I'll
Are you
be.
going to do any patient work, or is it just mostly just teaching?
So it's all that's gonna be teaching, and then the next step in terms of what I'm doing is I'm doing a little bit of private practice work with the office of Dr. Jennifer Grimes out in Davis, and she
Okay.
does all the psychological assessment for intellectual, cognitive, some
Okay.
attention
Cool.
stuff. And
We
that-
love Dr. Grimes.
That's
yeah, she's
awesome.
fantastic.
Nice.
She's a great
Shout out Dr.
mentor,
Grimes.
We do.
right?
She's the best.
She's fantastic. But
Shout
she's
out Dr. Grimes.
yeah, she's been letting me do work with her. She took me on as a student or a practicum student, we
That's
call 'em,
awesome.
since my second year, and
Wow.
I've just been there, and she's just been
That is
helping
really
me
good.
grow. So
That's awesome.
love that.
It's great to have a mentor like that.
Right? Yeah, no, so she's fantastic. So I'll be doing some private stuff there and then figuring out how I finish off with Kaiser or do a little bit more with Kaiser. Just right now it's a little open, but so my 5-year projection is I will know exactly what I want to keep doing, which I know part of it is going to be psychological assessment. Absolutely. And
Okay.
Cool, man.
and kind of keeping that door open, especially with an emphasis of working with people of color and getting that kind of surface
That's cool,
available, because that's not. And my
Yeah.
dream is to like create a clinic, and that's kind of like progressing research and prioritizing people of color. So
That's awesome.
That is.
that's the long-term dream. I don't know about 5 years. That's a little quick,
Oh.
but we could
Hey.
dream.
Hey.
We could dream.
Yeah, and we're here to make it happen. So y'all here, y'all support that. Y'all understand that?
Mhm.
We reach out, we
You know, we
support
need
that.
mental health.
Yes, definitely.
We've
We
been
all
talking
need that.
about it.
Right,
We all
but
need
yeah,
mental
We've been
health.
throwing money at it.
Definitely.
I mean, please do. Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna just be a big dream. So we're working on that, and then of course keeping the artistic side alive for me. That's
Yeah.
the balance.
Absolutely.
So passion to work in mental health, and it's been such a wonderful journey in that capacity. And then I have to balance it out with kind of what keeps me grounded, and that's always been the artistry aspect. And so I want to keep doing that, keep working on SCDT, keep doing all the other stuff that we do. So. Well, we don't know exactly what that looks like, but we'll keep it as a balance would be for me.
I have a question, but I want you to expand on that question. But I want to make sure I want Jake to answer what his plan is before I go back to your question. The question I will ask you will be like, doing all that work and you've done that, how do you see that you could it helped you out, and how do you feel like it helps someone out there who may have a struggle and that way? That's not my next question. Will be for you, like that way.
Do it, and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
You sure?
It feels like right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The moment.
Okay, let's do that.
Being able to step into somebody else's shoes just for a momentary thing, right? The way we do in theater, the way we think about when we're painting or we're writing something that's either happened to us or something we imagine can happen to others, or even if we're retelling a story, it's already it's giving us an opportunity to connect. And that I think is a privilege and a thing that that natural empathy is a part of us just being humans, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But we get the privilege as artists to kind of tap into that as a way of maybe making means, but it's also just something that usually gets us going. And I think the reason it's saved me in many, many ways is because it allowed me to have my lived experiences, which have been colorful, like I'm sure many other people's lives are, right? And dynamic and difficult and amazing, but also to kind of be able to put that channel it into something that is going to be uplifting the stories of others. And to me, that's such a gift to be able to do that, especially when we're really being thoughtful about the type of stories that we tell.
Absolutely.
And that has been kind of the shift, I would say, since some of the work that me and Michael did. I think that was the beginning of some shifts for me, because we did Bloody Andrew Jackson, about a president that massacred Native Americans.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
And I was working for a Native American tribe at the time.
Oh, okay.
And I talked to the instructor, one of the people there at the tribe, and I was just like, I'm really conflicted. Should I be doing this show? And he's like, absolutely.
Nice.
Like, we need to tell this story. People need to know what is happening.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you know, the way that story is being told is it's a farce, but it's really putting in people's faces just the ridiculousness of the choices that people had to make, and then the impact. Right. And there's so many different stories out there, but at least the shift for us, and I think it started there for me, was being really thoughtful about the work that we're going to do, because it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of stress. Sometimes we're not being paid.
A lot of times we ain't getting paid.
A lot of times we're not being paid. And so like, we really need to be thoughtful about what we're putting out there. And I started seeing myself as like, oh, okay, I was doing this to heal and ground myself, and it still has that aspect to it, but what is it doing for others? Are people starting to see? And also kind of the idea of even being a doctor now, I was like, I don't like introducing myself as Dr. Gutierrez, but if I'm at an elementary school, if I'm at a place with kiddos, I am doctor.
Absolutely.
I'm Dr. Elio Gutierrez-Montoya. Why? Because look, I'm brown, and you can do it too.
That's awesome.
It's important.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Representation.
Yes,
Is important.
Very, very
exactly, right? And so I don't know, but to me, it's become this shift into, and we do it too with Sacramento Contemporary Dance Theater, like, what are the stories that we're telling, right? And how is it that we are uplifting other communities and bringing awareness? And so to me, there's a beautiful merge of mental health and performance, everything we do to begin with, but how might it impact other people? I hope that it shows them that they're reflected in the work, that their stories are relevant, and that when they are having difficulties, like maybe some of the stories that we tell, that there are people out there aware and conscious of these struggles, and that they're not alone.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And that there's help out there. And so, or that there's validity in their experience, so that they are aware that, it will get better, but it might suck at the moment, but that they're not going through it for nothing. And so that is kind of why I keep doing it. And what I hope is the impact for others in the work that we do, because I think we're really thoughtful about it, and now very selective about the work that we decide to get involved in for that reason.
Awesome.
Thanks for the question.
Good. Thank you.
Great question.
Thank you.
Jake, do you want to tell us where you're going to be in 5 years, or where you want to be?
No, first off, what you doing now, and then in a 5-year plan and everything, because you got a lot of stuff that you are actively doing
He's
that you
always
haven't had a
doing
chance
things.
to express that. So we want to give you that forefront to do that.
Yeah, I kind of went through what. Sorry, this cord is in my leg.
I need to start taping him down.
So I went through like behind the apron stuff, but then we just finished doing. I started an events company.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Just
called
started that.
JGM Productions, and so
Nice.
it's more so because I have been doing and working on galas and different fundraising events for the last like almost decade, and so but I've been like artistically involved, and so now I'm getting a bit more logistically and artistically involved. And so my first gala was the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine. It was their 75th anniversary gala.
Nice.
It was the first gala the school's ever done.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it was really quite an honor to be the producer of that. And so
It went fantastically.
That's nice.
we
Congrats.
raised $855,000 that night. Yeah. So like philanthropy is a big part of where my heart really lies. And that's why I do the
Nice.
development job at B Street. I think like it's important to get people to align and rally, like hopefully like, disposable income, but like send it over to the causes that, matter to me and hopefully matter to you. That's development. That's alignment.
that's
like,
cool.
Right. And
That's
it's
real
not,
cool.
I think then everybody has the things that feed them and that they love and they want to give to. And so that's kind of a big initiative for me in the next 5 years is to continue that. And so, because I do the Habitat for Humanity Gala.
Oh, okay, great.
So this
They
will be
do great work.
my fourth year doing that gala, or is it my third? It's my third year.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
And then I did St. John's Program for Real Change for 6 years.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah.
Really good, man. Amazing.
So I've been loving doing those things because those causes do mean a lot, and to me personally, and I think that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's a big thing, and then I think I'm just over the next 5 years I'll continue to be involved in more things in the community that I think do kind of interest me. I do end up going towards the thing that is inspiring to me. I head towards it, and I don't really ask questions. I just
like a moth to the flame.
I am.
Right?
I totally like that. I'm curious. Let me see what's going on there.
Right.
And then sometimes it's right and sometimes it's not. And I'm willing to kind of throw the dice at it.
Great.
Yeah.
So I'm enamored by that. So people's passion, that really drives me to see people's passion, because you see what a person's passion is, and you can know how you can see what makes a person light up. You know what I mean? So
Stay tuned for more with Elio and Jake after this.